obviously we sit here and we're celebrating that we've gotten a win. We're a winless football team, and everyone saw the game. I think we played a very good football team. When I've stood here and during practice, and I've talked about, we have a lot of work ahead of us. We have a long way to go. I think it was evident today, especially situationally. And we're sitting there 1-2, and we're going to go back to work tomorrow. And we have a lot of work to do. But I'm happy for the players. They've worked hard. At the end of the day, you earn your win. You earn what you deserve. The first 2 games, we've lost. In this game, we won. So we're 1-2, and a lot of work ahead of us.
Coach, you said on Thursday morning that tackling was going to be the key to the game. Were you happy with the way the defense tackled? I mean, those guys had some good runs. Is it on them or is it on the defense more?
First half, I thought I wasn't very happy with the tackling. Second half, I thought they did a very good job.
Other questions for Coach? Please raise your hand for the microphone.
Yeah, I don't know if you want me. The first half, I really mean that.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting up here lying, but I think the first half we didn't do a very good job. I think the second half we did a much better job.
It seems like in some of these first halves, the offense has had trouble getting started. In the second half, they've come out and been a lot more explosive. So can you comment on the game plan in the halftime, how that has affected the offense?
Trying to find plays. 3 and out, and the next play, the fourth play, was a big touchdown to Prince Tyson Gully. The consistency of back-to-back drives. You're always looking for that. Somewhere along the line in every offense, you're going to struggle somewhere. But you don't want to do it when you first come out. You want to get off to a good start. You want to get into a rhythm as fast as you can, and it's difficult. And we're working extremely hard to figure out what that right rhythm is for us. And we'll just keep going down this little sheet or big sheet of what we have play-wise. Okay, we started out like this. We didn't go well there. Okay, well, let's see if we start out like this. Let's see if we start out like this. So we're going to keep going down, until we find out what's good for us. And a lot of that in the starting of the game, a lot of that's not really as dictated as much from a defensive standpoint as people may think. A lot of it's dictated on our standpoint, trying to find out what we need to do to feel comfortable and then make plays.
It looked like you really went back to the run in the second half to challenge them and to really kind of open things up more for the passing game.
Well, they played a lot of coverage. They really did. They were playing quarter half. They were playing, and they did a hell of a job with it. They really did. A lot of 2 deep, a lot of 4-man, stuff that we've seen, but really didn't see a lot of. It's difficult. They've been a team that's held the ball quite a bit, and they've had big leads, and we really didn't have a great feel of what they were doing coverage-wise. And then we went back last year to the playoff games. So credit to their coaches. They played a lot of coverage, and we felt, hey, if they're playing coverage, we got to be able to run the football. And at times we hit some, and at times they did a nice job. Cover 2 on the backside, the corner, I think, makes the first 4 plays when we're running the ball weak. Good job by him. They were covering the bubble with the Sam. They were covering the pop with the strong safety. So they had that stuff down. No secret. It's on tape now. And they were doing a good job of stretching it. So again, they did a nice job. And I think that we had Jerome Smith had he was averaging 5.3 yards a carry. I thought he ran the ball well. Got a little tired at the end. Got a little bit upright. Ashton Broyle, we keep working in there. He did a nice job. You can see this player coming along for us. He's a out-in runner, in-out runner. I think he displays that. Still working on, and keep getting him those things. And then Prince, did a nice job right off the bat with the ball. Did a good job for us on special teams. So working those backs, I think, will help us. And then up front, there's some things that we did well. And then some things that we need to work on.
You guys have been burned by the big play in the past couple of games. How do you plan on stopping that in the future?
Right. I would say it's more than a couple, right? A couple is 2. We've been burned in 3. So we've been burned in 3 games. And, it's a matter of focus and evaluating it and doing a better job of it. So, we've got burnt in 3 games. We gave up some big plays. I was discouraged. We got burned early. You know, I was discouraged about his 75 yards right off the bat and hitting yardage that I'm sure you guys can see. You know, penalty here, sack and a penalty, things like that. You know, we took points off the board when I say we missed 2 field goals. We go for 2. We had a miscommunication on the signals the first time. You know, I wanted to run the ball twice. Miscommunication on the signal. We throw it, and it's 4th and 3. We're at a bad angle. We throw it again. We think they're going to pressure us. So that's what was going on with that. So, you know, we can't afford to give up those plays. And in the end, Marcus Sales shows up, makes some big plays at the end, and really puts the game away. So, you know, very happy that Marcus was able to do that.
Right here, Jake.
Yeah, Coach, you talked about improving situationally. What did you think of the performance in the red zone, and how do you improve there going forward?
The red zone from a standpoint of us or them?
Offense. You guys, offense.
Well, for 2 games, when you look at us, we're one of the top teams in the country. In this game, we're 0 for 2. So that's some of the, you know, you ask me, you know, how do I feel overall if I look at 3 games? I probably feel a lot better if this was first and the 2 games were good at the end, you know. But when we played really well, you know, we didn't play like we should in that situation. Or we haven't played like we've shown. So we have to address that.
Doug, can you take me to the 2 4th and goal situations, specifically what options are on the table, and any disappointment from your standpoint that you didn't punch in?
Sure. The first one, okay, Brent, we wanted to, I told Coach Hackett, we're going to run it twice, okay? We signaled in, okay, and we had a miscommunication. And it happens. I mean, those things happen. And we wound up throwing the football. And then it goes to 4th and 3. And now we're going to throw it, thinking, okay, they're going to come and pressure us with man. That's what they showed on film. And we had a route where we were going to pick, I should have said it where we were going to run around on the outside and have Alex Lemon go to the corner. And they wound up double our slot. I think Jared was in the slot. And there we go. You know what I'm saying? So now I got them backed up. So now I'm thinking, okay, defense is, you know, starting to play better from what they did in the first half. And I don't like that angle, okay? I really don't like that angle. And we had missed 2 field goals. That takes care of the first situation. I was upset because I really thought we were running the ball well up to that point, and I wanted to get that same run that we were hitting them with, and we didn't get it. The second time, okay, I was like, hey, you know what? I don't really care. I'm not getting in a situation that if they pressure, we're going to check out of it. I told Nathaniel, we're going to run the ball twice. Okay, we're going to line up in a different personnel group, which we did. And you know what? We're going to get up a 2-score lead on this game, and that's what I expected. And the first one, I think it was okay for that down. You know, we gained it, and then the second one, we didn't get it. I know, and I think there was another situation, right? Because on the last one, we missed the block. And they shot it. That's what it was. First down we did that. Second down we did that. Third down we did that. We ran it. And then on 4th down, I said, hey, change the personnel. Let's run the play that was successful for us the other time when we screwed it up. And we got in there, and one of our players got beat inside, and the ball bounced, and the guy made the play. That's exactly what happened. I apologize for that. So we had 2nd and 3rd down where we should have gotten it with that personnel group. 4th down, I changed the personnel group and went back to a play that we were successful with, and we got beat.
Coach, in the 4th quarter at 21-17, you had the 15-yard penalty for the face mask that pushed back. A few plays later, Marcus Sales gets the big touchdown. Was that penalty a big wake-up call for you guys in the sense of, well, we got to act now because this game isn't over yet?
Ooh, I didn't feel until that last drive it was over. Okay, we had 8 penalties, you know, that they've accepted. We did a good job last week. I thought, you know, early on they were going on 2 early on, and we had those unforced errors. You know, Wayne Morgan had a poor decision error, personal foul. Then we had another one, you know, when we had the big sack. We had a face mask. I think they called this face mask. And they called receiver in the block in the back. They were called a face mask by someone else. It's just unexcusable, you know. And I think sometimes when I watch the film, sometimes I go, oh, I see that. You know, I can see how a guy can do that. And then sometimes I watch it and I'm like, no, that's unacceptable. Now we work on our players, you know. I don't want to use the word punishment, but we have reminders, you know what I'm saying, from a penalty situation. And we go through that, and that's how I treat it. I look at them and go. Those penalties right now, without having looked at them, I thought were not excusable. I think they hurt.
Coach, how concerned are you about the kicking game with Ross Crawford missing 2 kicks today?
More concerned than I've been with him in the last 3 years. I think Ross has been a very good, very consistent kicker for us. I've been very, very happy with him. He's been one of the more accurate kickers. We really worked hard, and he's worked hard on a couple of things. He's struggled in the past on the left hash. Okay, he sometimes rolls over his left foot. I think he's worked hard and has done a good job of that. And you know, he's missed 3 field goals, and that's unlike him. And it's not like he has kickoff duties. A lot of our kids are truly specialists in the area we have. You see, we're not switching Riley Dixon and Jonathan Fisher. You know, Riley's going to go ahead and kick and punt the ball for us. Jonathan Fisher's our sky kick, get it up. He gets good height on it. Okay, what's that? Riley Sky. Okay, all right. Riley's a sky kick guy. All right. Jonathan Fisher drives the ball for us. And Ross is obviously our PAT field goal kicker, and Ryan Norton's obviously our kickoff guy. So, you know, we all sit here, and I told him, and I'm learning a lot about that culture. You know, how hard they work. The ins and outs of it. You know, my roommate was a kicker here, but he also benched 400 pounds and played DB. I mean, he was a little different. So these kids are good. They work hard, but I think you know, I'm trying to get more from them, and trying to demand that, as I am the rest of the players on the team.
Yeah, Coach, you've talked about, you know, the team's slow starts at the beginning, but when it comes to the third quarter, you guys have been outstanding in the first 3 games. And especially Ryan, you've seen game film on the first 2 games, and you haven't seen game film today. But what's he doing differently going into the third quarter?
I don't know. I mean, right off the top of my head, without any knowledge of anything, you know, we spend, you know, as that game's going on, we're gathering information, you know, and our assistant coaches do a good job. And we're on, they're doing this, they're doing that, you know. And then we go in at halftime, we say, hey, this is what we're doing, this is what we're going to do, this is why it's going to work. And our players like, yeah, all right, let's go. Okay? Before the game, it's almost the same thing. All week long, we say, hey, this is what they're going to do, this is what they're going to be doing, we're going to start off, let's go. But for some reason, and honestly, guys, I don't know what it is. It's my job to find out. Okay? We're going through a process of eliminating things as we work through this season. Okay, I understand that, but if I had the answer, gosh, I mean, we wouldn't be sitting here talking about it. But we're trying to get it, and I do think, I understand the questions that we get on that.
Final question, Chris.
Coach, you talked about Ashton Broyle scoring his first career touchdown. What's been the process like from turning him to just an athlete to an integral part of the offense?
When you say what the process like, I think it's very difficult. I think it's a very difficult process. I think the further you are away from the ball, if we had Ashton and we just said, hey, you're going to play a Z receiver or an X receiver, I think it would be a lot easier for him. Okay? But when you start running routes in the slot, when you put him in the backfield, you're doing a lot of things with him that way. You want to run bubbles. You put him in wildcat at quarterback. I think early on, you know, I have 0 issues with his work ethic. Okay? But we try to do as much as we can. We had a great conversation, you know. He was upset after the first game. You know, Coach, hey, I want to play more and get in there. I feel like I should play more. I said, hey, I feel the same way. I want you to play more. He's a very, very good athlete. But in order to play more, you have to know the ins and outs of everything that you're doing. And it's not just Syracuse University football programs like that. It's a lot of football programs that are like that. So, you know, what you've seen though, and if you take it on the positive side, is he has been getting better and better, and we have been getting him more involved, and we have been getting him more carries. And that's the direction that we would like to go.
Thanks.
Great, thank you guys.